Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If it's your first time watching this, here today we're at the Nundah Historic Cemetery. So here we go. Okay, so to start with, for one, it's windy at the moment. I'll probably picking it up on the mic, hoping it's not, but this cemetery is actually established in the 1840s. By 1845, one death was recorded on site. Unfortunately, several children died the following year, and the cemetery is indicated on a 1846 sketch by a missionary. All the wooden crosses that they had on here had been destroyed as well. So I'm going to have a look around here. So it was established in 1845, so it's the oldest cemetery, one of the oldest cemeteries in Brisbane, if not the oldest one. Okay. I'm not sure how big this is, but we have a lot of pioneers in the cemetery. This is there was the children that I just spoke of. So they managed to put up a memorial for them, which is good. Okay, might do the ash wall first. We can come down. There are some of the famous people, the mayors of Brisbane and Queensland, some of the pioneers that built Nundah suburb itself. Here is some of the people on the ash wall. Currently, according to the info, they closed the cemetery up for a while, but looks like they've reopened it, maybe. And we'll walk down here. We have George and Margaret, 1949 and 1965. Some of the headstones are pretty hard to see. Oh, he died 1948. Colin, Isabel, and Bernie, I don't know, Aspen, 1946 and 51. Mimi and John Butterworth. 77 and 79. '61 and 46. 1946. They died. But 1940 and 1949. William and Catherine. Russell and Elsa. 1940 and 1981. These were all relatively new-ish. Looks like, alright, we can go along this part. And again, the cemetery is not segregated. (1936), couple of missing headstones. 1940, 1948, I think. Ooh, ew. I'm not going to walk down that way. To what? Then we'll just come back up here. There's a little bridge over there. We got toilets here, but they're locked. Why they would lock the toilets, I don't know. There's also a park just up there too. It's pretty muddy over there, so okay, there's a bridge that leads to the park over there. It's trying to rain again, but today is the 20th of March, 2025. This looks pretty cool. We got 3 people here. Yeah. Can't see the date properly, but the one underneath is Arthur. He died 1970. Must have been his daughter, maybe. She was 26 when she died. And I think that's a baby. It's like 4 years old. Or maybe 47. I can only see 4. And maybe. And there's a room there for one more person in there. Okay, we have. Wow. They must have been father and daughter. Because James died in 1949 and Dawn died in 1951. Oh, and the mother died 2004. Wow. Wow. That's sad. Okay. We'll come back up and around. It's mostly wheelchair friendly. There's on-street parking. Not sure if there's any parking in here. Okay. Might go down the side this time. Good. 1956 and 2004 for Robert and Ruby. We got 1950 and 1972 for William and Anne. Well, they've really crammed them in here, haven't they? And some of them are just weird how they've positioned the headstone. Okay, this one's Christine and Ruby, Pierce and Albert. He was a chain gun company. He died 1917. And it was a brother. In 1942. Wow. 1942 too. Wow. It was a daughter. Wow. Daughter died first, then the mother. And then the son died in 86. Wow. Louise, 1867. Oh no, that's when she was born, sorry. She died in Brisbane in 1916. Wow, there's 4 people buried in there. And it's just got the names there, but no dates. Okay, we got something Ford. Elizabeth Ford. Huh, they were early farmers of Clayfield and Albion. Nice. See, now we're starting to get to the pioneers. Yay. 1913, 1927. Thomas, 1911. Can't make out the wife. Wow. Okay. Henry Davis, 1917. and that way, Davis, 1952, Ritis, 1958, and Claire. Wow, not 2008. Hey, this one. Uh, huh. Well, this is a hell of a monument here for Jonathan Clark and Dorothy. Died in 1905. He died. He died in 8th of June, and Dorothy died in April 27th of April. And can't make out that one, but they arrived at Moreton Bay. Can't make that out in 1864. He was a pioneer wheelwright, and can't make that one out either. What is? Can't make that out either. Might be able to see it from the other side. But that's a hell of a monument. Oh, there's more here. Well, we got Edward, 1902. Wow. And Paul, 1984. Oh, he's buried in Alice Springs. And Lenore, 1997. Wow. Be mindful of death. Huh. It's on the thing. And we got more on the other side as well. We got Edward, 2005. Linda, 1964. Henry, 1940. Margaret, 1941. Dorothy, 1938. We have one here, 1923. We have a small one here. James died in 1933. So, yeah, I still can't make out that. Okay, well, we got Edward and Ada Dickinson and the Dickinson family there. 1957 and 1954. The others are hard to see. We have, well, Oh no. Miss Jessie died in June the 13th, 1914, aged 33. Also, her infant son, born and died June 18th, 1914, erected by her loving husband and father, James Smith Cruz. They will be loved. Also, James Smith Cruz died 12th of January 1959. He was aged 86, I think. Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. We have looks like it's in German. John, 1940, and Louise, 1989, I think. Richard Carter, 1991, and Catherine, 1989. 1957. It's starting to get narrower up here, as you can see. 1926 for Emily. Nineteen 32 for Maggie. And can't see James. And the ones that we've done up there. So we'll go back this way. 1933 for Charles. Weird. Oh, there's another little ash wall here. And a little drink fountain. The ash wall, another one. Marianne Stewart, Marianne Jackson, and Elsa Stewart. 1932, 1954. That one's really hard to see. That's cool. It doesn't give a day. Okay. It's not a very big cemetery, but there is there's a lot of stuff here, a lot of headstones to see. Okay, I can cut across here. Henry Jones, 1886. Wow. it's when she was born. 1927 she died. Arthur died 1918. I wonder if he was in Anzac, or if he was one of the soldiers in there. This looks like it might have been a baby one. 1903. Alright, it's been too. Alright, it was a full grown person. Okay, it just looked like a baby one. Oh, James Berkeley. Berkeley, I think? He was a merchant chemist of Reptus Creek. Nice. One of the pioneers of Brisbane. All the photos I take, you can go and have a look on Google Maps. Look up Nundah Cemetery, and you'll find my photos up there. You can follow me on Google Maps. 1897. Wow. She was, Catherine was 90 when she died, and that was in 1897. Wow. In 1973, that's relatively new-ish. Okay. Wow. Another pioneer. Nice. Cemeteries are not just for the morbid. They could be a source of interesting information and historic. This person here was the mother of children of the pastor, minister Nundah Lutheran Church from 1877 to 1886. Wow, another pioneer. It's a relatively new one. Okay, what do we got here? Members of the Trudgill family in the came over in the fortune. Wow, and another pioneer one. Oh, we got a few pioneers, and there's another one over here. Okay, these people arrived from the Caesar Godfrey in 1832. Early farmer of a German station. Again, another pioneer. We got another pioneer one. Got another pioneer one over here. Harris family. Mary Pleasant, 1856. Oh, they were owners of the Nundah vineyards in 1860s. George died in 1889. Well, their son died in 5 months. Well, but another pioneer. Wow. Okay. Okay. That's not disconcerting. Howe's family came over on the Empress of the Seas in 1867. Howard's Road bears their name. Okay. Another pioneer. Food supplier to Gympie Goldfields in the 1860s. Pioneer of Caboolture District. Margaret. Over here. That's not one. There's a grave there. There's this one. John T. Baxter arrived on the Hornet, 1850 or 69, sorry, and he was a fisherman. But again, another pioneer. Okay. I'd like to go around the other side there, but there's not enough room to walk. And because there are so many unmarked graves in here, I'm not willing to take that chance on walking on graves because I don't do that kind of stuff.